Did I do? What did I have to do?
It's like you're trying to judge. So you already judged the intentions. It's like someone's trying to sabotage Lone Star in Germany, and it's coming from somebody who speaks English.
Is that like half the planet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's real.
I think more than half the planet even.
Yeah, it's more than half the planet.
No, it's Captain Planet.
So is it at least do a perception? Can you tell who wrote it or who's like sending it and where it's being sent from?
That me or her? Her. Okay.
That's her apparently because she's So
I'm reading in English,
immediately
so.
you recognize the handwriting. I mean, like this is judging by the way it's written. It's someone who's speaking rough English, like someone who speaks another language entirely and is writing English here. So it's another ploy. It's somebody's writing English to implicate that it's overseas.
Do I recognize it?
Do you recognize the handwriting? That's a judge intention challenge.
No, that's a memory
That's a
one.
memory? Alright, so do you recognize the handwriting? Do you recognize the way it's phrased? No, because the way they're writing it is supposed to be, like, discreet. Whoever's writing this is trying to imitate somebody else's style. But you could tell by the little flaws here and there that, it's an imitation. Whoever's writing this is not, like, being genuine.
I'm basically trying to remember if I have seen this kind of handwriting before.
That's not handwriting. It's computerized. It's a Word document.
This specific.
Yeah, and like I said, the style is an imitation. So whoever's writing it knows of this style, and it's a corporate body. There's people like investors and corporate bodies who invest in Lone Star, and this is supposed to be a note from them saying why they're not being funded. But you can see it's a forgery. Somebody is trying to implicate that this company's not paying. Likely through hacking means communication interception. They're intercepting messages being sent to this corporation, telling them that they're not being funded, and the other way around. At least that's the implication.
Face, do you know anyone with the power to send a mail from the corporation to Lone Star? I'm trying to follow that mail.
How
Where
would
it
I do
goes.
that?
So this sounds like a data tap operation. This would be you'd have to
Richie
figure out.
specializes
No.
Yeah.
What I'm implying is he asks if someone from the corporation Lone Star gets the money from can send the mail to Lone Star in Essen, and he is allowed to follow the mail.
So this is like working in concert with Lone Star, which is like that's dangerous in many degrees. There's a couple ways you can approach this. That's one way. That's you can go cooperate with Lone Star, tell them this, but then they'll know that you cracked into their data vaults.
No, but the other one.
Yeah, and then you have the other one, which is you intercept the airwave and find out where's it being intercepted. Like I said, a data tap. You have to figure out, okay, this message is being sent, but it's being intercepted by somebody in between. So who's the in-betweener? And who do they work for?
It's possible, I mean.
Yeah, and that's option 2, and then there's plenty of other plans you could do, but that's currently the situation. Somebody is fabricating documents and manipulating things based on those fabrications. So, I mean, for all they say, they're not being funded, and the records show they're not being funded. But somebody's intercepting communications between these two organizations to make sure that the funding doesn't get to the proper places. Instead of a direct means, it's an indirect means. It's pretty smart.
I don't know who got you onto this, but you might want to send him this mail.
Mm-hmm. Send him what mail?
This information.
The mail I am reading.
Okay.
Basically.
Well, there was that he broke into their vault and got it out of there.
No, he had
Nobody wants
the
me to
other
send
one.
it to them.
What other one?
He wants me to send it to the employer.
He wants to send it to the employer, the fake one?
Yeah, show them that it's fake.
Alright, are you sure? So it's an anonymous tip, hopefully.
Well,
so, are you going to use your alias, the Fox?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so...
That's the best we got.
What does the Fox say?
Yes! Finally, someone got it!
The Fox says this is a forged document. Here's a sample of the forged document. I mean, if anything, it'd save you a lot of time. Maybe they'll do an internal investigation.
Yeah,
Exactly why I say it.
Okay, so you're gonna
It
go
is their
send.
problem.
Post it like public on the Matrix, and then say.
I don't
the
know,
Fox
FaZe. What's your
says
plan?
what?
Where are you gonna put this?
I'll
'Cause-
just directly link it to the right people.
Okay, so first off, this is you. You're sending a message, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
President Trump.
where are you going to send this message to? Because it's like a corporate body. Where are you going to send it to?
President Trump.
I meant like
He's gonna
you
build
send
a
it, you send it to a
firewall, and he's
logo.
gonna
You
get-
send it to the low guide. You send it to whoever's
The highest
on.
I could get without screwing myself over.
Okay,
Oh my God, there
so
has to
likely
be a
you'd have to go to
hackable
like
President
IT support
Trump.
or something, or somebody in the middle.
Cyber Trump, yes.
So, I mean, you'd have to do some research first. Like, first of all, you have to figure out, okay, who's the, like, how do I get there? How do I get this message out there?
They can just send a message, go onto their server, and just pop it to them.
Okay, so do you know, do a matrix? Oh, yeah, do a matrix perception. Can you actually see their server network, or at least their basic server network of the corporation you're going for? Answer is barely. It's
off in
supposed
the
to be.
distance.
It's another one of those secure networks. So. So I mean, what do you do? Do you break in to deposit a message to somebody, or what do you plan to do?
Yeah, I'll try to sneak in and just give the message.
All right, so as soon as you say that, Torbjorn's immediately like he takes his data jack out of his deck and just plugs it in, knowing that shit's about to go down and he's probably needed.
For stupid shit like this? Oh,
Yep, stupid shit like this. So again, you have to try and breach a firewall because you have to get it. Well, look on the bright side. You only have to breach the outer firewall this time.
Yeah.
But
my
problem
God.
is, the outer firewall is just as strong as that core's firewall in the other one. So yeah, that's a problem. So first of all, you have to breach a firewall with a strength of 4. So have at it.
Oh, joy.
Unfortunately, you're boosted this time, so... Well, I mean, on your own, apparently you broke in. Let's see, what about detection? Detection, no. They immediately know that they've been breached. You don't even get past the firewall, and they immediately know you've been breached.
But he's still... Torbjorn
Oh yeah, but then
Torbjorn
you have
hasn't done
Torbjorn.
anything, so...
You didn't add the boost, did you?
Nope, not yet.
You forgot to add the
Not yet.
sleaze of 6. So, 2 things. When you have to increase both... Actually, you're supposed to...
I think it's a separate roll, though. Because I don't think I could surpass my limit.
Okay, so...
Yeah, Torbjorn would have to roll himself.
60s. He has to roll his hack on the fly. There's
Yeah.
a reason you roll
And
the
it just
skill
gets added.
instead, and that's because you get to use everything else in that skill, such as it also adds the logic. So 3 more rolls. So you're undetected. You know, with his help, you're undetected and you're in the network.
Oh, that's just
Hackers.
market. Now I gotta spoof the command, get the firewall down, go in there.
Yep. So that's just to get the firewall down and not be detected.
Oh, this looks good.
Wow. See what they get in return. 4, not going to happen. So, what about detection? I don't think detection's going to... Nope, detection didn't even happen. That's like 0. That's literally a 0.
That's a glitch. No?
No, that's
No.
not a glitch. Glitch is if you get half of them as 1. So, you're in, and you're able to do that.
I'm gonna dance around in their network and then send them the message.
So, dancing around is in you're just tempting them to detect you? Or...
No, it was just an avatar dance thing.
Okay, so...
Like a troll.
And Torbjorn's looking at you, was like, just do the job and let's get out of here.
Fine.
Okay,
I'll just send them the message.
Send the message. I think that's a command. That's like a whatever.
That's just a That's just like a simple action you could do. There's no test for it.
So you send the message to some guy who's there,
There you go.
like an anonymous message, and then let's see, does he respond back? He does. So I mean, I hope let's see. You have to try, because you have to try and convince him, is what you're trying to do. Do persuasion.
Lord.
Can you even persuade? And remember, you have help. So
He's gonna help me.
So
persuade him.
you're typing, and he's like typing also to like correct things that you're doing wrong. So you're gonna persuade him, and he's gonna help your persuasion by like spell checking you and making sure that it's coming out the right way.
Yeah, what the hell is persuasion on this?
It would be what is it? Not etiquette. It's negotiation, I think it is. Either you can negotiate, intimidate, you can do all types of things.
I got one.
Yeah, you have one, which is not going to be enough. So, nope, can't help you. So, I mean, he's skeptical, obviously, because you're the outside source coming in here and telling them this is a document from Lone Star's database, telling you, from you guys saying they're not getting funding. And like he's questioning, what are you talking about? Who are you? What are you doing on our network? All those questions. And thankfully, he does take it. It's like, I'll take it to my superiors, and I'll keep a copy of it. But just you need to get off this network. You're not supposed to be here.
That's fine. That's the only reason I'm here. A little suspicious of him though, because if he doesn't send that message.
Yeah, you'll find out in the future. So message sent. You're getting. I guess you'll just jack out at that point.
Yeah, get out of there.
So you get out of there. Torbjorn's like, well, that sounded anticlimactic.
But did you want a gunfight in the Matrix or something?
No. It's like, but I expected a more enthusiastic response. Maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah, he's a company man. I doubt he wants to be there.
It's like, yeah, salaryman.
The poor bastard.
Okay, so Mara, you still
So
active?
you guys got the mail there?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, they got the mail there. I don't know, FaZe, did you get the mail there?
Did I?
Okay, so you're not going to confirm or deny it. I mean, what do you tell Raven?
Yeah, I'll just say I got it there.
Okay, so, and the second thing is, what about that encrypted file? Like, you have a heavily encrypted file in that you currently have stored, and you're both having a hard time cracking it open.
I'll get an agent and then 3 of us versus that thing.
Well, there is someone you can call.
Batman?
No. Someone else.
Basically.
I'll just write an
Batman of the
agent.
Matrix.
It's like, alright, whatever. It's like, no, I think I'll write an agent. I don't want to call that person.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so...
We don't play games.
Yeah, you don't play games. Alright, so... Back at the garage. Here in my garage.
Here was a garage I prepared earlier.
It's a nice
Here in my
garage.
Lamborghini. I like to drive it in Beverly Hills. It's kind of fun up here.
47 Lamborghinis in my Lamborghini account.
Yeah.
Talk about dead war.
Alright, so, I mean, you were sleeping, and now when you wake up, you see that your shop is completely organized. I mean, even the room you're in is organized.
Oh, that's nice. That was good of him. I'm gonna go buy some illegal things.
Okay, you didn't even tell him anything?
No, I mean, if I see him on my way out, I'll wave. Say good job. Maybe
Okay,
give him
so-
a thumbs up.
Okay, so, I mean, you go all that... Well, hold on, let me go get him for a second. Alright, so... He has to judge your intentions. No, like, he has to be able to see... Let's see if he can judge your character. And what is your counter? I don't know. Are you
counter?
going to
What
try to counter?
What is happening? Huh?
He's judging your intentions, which basically means that he'll know which way you're going to act. So you have to use stealth and beat it by a 1. So if you don't want him coming along, you have to get higher than a 1 on stealth.
Oh, I don't care if he comes along.
Okay, so him knowing you, he's already in the van. And he's doing the same thing he was doing before. He's got his feet propped up on the dash. He's kind of just sitting there. It's like, oh, finally decided to wake up.
Yep. Let's go buy some illegal stuff.
It's like, what do you mean by illegal stuff?
About 20 gas rounds, some grenades, some body armor.
It's like, it's not so much
drugs.
illegal as it is necessary.
Yeah, that too.
It's like we live in Germany. A lot of things are said to be illegal, but that's just corporate labels. All right, and your foot goes off the dash, and you see immediately his foot goes on the pedal.
Yeah, so we're just gonna go and head over to Laura.
It's like
pick up the stuff from her.
Like, who's Laura?
Yeah, she's a friend.
It's like, who?
Laura?
It's
Are you having? I'm looking at his ears. Are your ears okay?
It's like, my ears are okay. I heard the name. I just don't know who the person is or where we're going.
I give him directions.
Okay, so you gave him directions to Laura. I don't think I have her shop saved, so we'll just kind of improv.
I don't think we made her one, yeah.
Yeah, there's so many locations we have to make on the damn map. In the end,
I'm
probably just going to have all these locations probably slapped onto one major map thing, so we can just not have to. So it's like we'll have one for the player maps, we'll have one for the NPC maps, so we can just jump around. I'll do that later. Let me actually write that one down.
I haven't actually built her character sheet yet, so we don't have to go there either.
Still, it's it would be nice. So, player and NPC map what? Collages? Mosaics. So this is going to be 25 by 25 squares of the locations that we're going to be constantly going to, such as the clinics, all the locations of all the many dealers we have, just all that stuff. Alright, so first of all, you go over to, you drive over, it's the person you're going to lives in a junkyard?
Yep. She owns
Did you actually add you didn't actually add that too. You have these sheets now. I don't think you can.
I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Yeah, you got to get around to that eventually.
I'll probably do that before next week.
Alright. We'll see. A lot of people say that.
We'll see.
I know that when you say something doesn't mean always you do it. I have that problem too. Okay, so you arrive and it's like, oh, you guys are back. When did you get a van? Who's this? It's like,
this is Coates. I'm here to buy some stuff.
It's like, wait, stop for a second.
What, you've never seen a drone before?
No, it's not that. Okay, so, first of all, when did you get the van?
I don't know, I'm around vaguely, maybe a week ago? Has it been a week? I'm looking at Coates.
It's been about 5 days.
Close enough.
It's like, okay, that answers that. Who'd you get it from?
I'm playing my film at Coates.
Okay, so it's so a robot owned this van before you.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Just roll with it.
It's like, okay, who's the robot?
That's Coates. Why does everyone have bad ears today?
It's like, I hear it, but robots are drones. They're not supposed to have brains, but...
Yeah, just roll with it. It's
and
weird.
then, Coates, taps his head, and it's yeah, I don't think I have any brains in there.
I don't think there's any biological going on in there.
It's then he's he puts his hand on his crotch and then lifts away. It's yeah, I don't have anything biological there anymore.
Bummer. Anyway, I came to buy some grenade stuff.
It's sure. Come inside, I guess.
Hold up, I'll get you the list. I have it written down on a grocery list looking thing.
Okay, so it's like, just come inside first, and then we'll talk more. It's like, and do you see that she's got everything working now? Like all of the flips are now working. It's like, Lone Star doesn't really come around here anymore. What did you guys do?
Why are you blaming me?
It's like, I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying, you guys seem to be buying a lot of high-end gear recently. I mean, you've paid more than a lot of my customers have recently. So what have you been doing?
It just works. I'd love to stay in chat, but I've got
It's
this
like-
thing I need to go to, so...
It's like, all right.
Hand her my grocery list. I don't need the eggs and the bread. I'll pick that up later.
It's like, well, I mean, you could buy eggs and bread from here. I do sell groceries too now.
Really?
It's like, yeah, just side business. I don't sell a lot of it.
That's pretty nice.
It's like, well, I mean, some people, they come out here, and also it's like, and she kind of whispers, like, also, it's a very nice front business. I mean, keeps the cops away.
I thought that was what the junkyard was for.
It's like, yeah, but this makes it more legitimate, I don't want to be in the junkyard forever.
A junkyard that also sells bread and milk?
It's like, whatever. It's like, so do you want any bread or milk or not?
Yeah, sure. It's about a gallon of milk, loaf of bread.
Okay, so
Wait,
I mean,
none of that.
the stuff you see, it's like walk-in freezers, or it's not walk-in freezers. It's like those wall freezers, about the same you would find in any grocery store, and a lot of the products in there are like stuff you would find in a grocery store. There's a bit of a markup. There's maybe like a 20% markup, but still, it's like you would expect that from a small business.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so in terms of, I don't know if you can even use the deck.
Probably.
Anyone can use it there.
Yeah, anybody can use the deck. All right, so cyber deck. All that stuff is in
Hey
stock.
kid, want
I
to
mean,
touch my deck?
yep. I mean, a lot of that stuff is really pretty basic stuff. Like you're getting full body armor. Actually, that one is a little rarer.
Yeah, that one she's probably gonna have to put it.
Let's see if that's
look for and come back for it.
It's like, all right, the body armor is going to cost you a little more. I mean, she's marking that up a good 20% of the base cost. Because this is a rare stock. This is something that she doesn't have a lot of. Especially with all the stuff the other stuff you're buying for it. It's like, yeah, because that armor's like extra powered, isn't it? It's got a bunch of extra features on it.
Yeah, it's got some customization there.
Yeah, did you include a helmet?
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah, so like I said, it's a full loadout, so it's like it's gonna take me a while to read. It's like it's gonna take me a few minutes to reconfigure this, though. It's like it wasn't the one that's in here is stock base. It's not programmed yet to do all the stuff you want it to, but I could get it running in a bit.
Cool.
It's like it's gonna cost a pretty penny, though. Just
Yeah, that's understandable.
that's like
Everyone's got
all right.
bills today.
It's like so. How is Shadowrunning treating you? I mean,
Yeah, it's business.
it's like it doesn't sound like business. So, looking at the stuff you're buying here, I'd say you're doing some paramilitary type things, or at least military grade operations. Just if you need this level of protection.
I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
It's like, I don't care so long as you're paying.
Yep.
I hope you did the cost data for all this.
I did. I have it written down.
Okay, so remember, there's a 20% markup on the body armor because it's a rare stock for her, and there's 10% for the milk and eggs. How much is the milk and
Okay.
eggs going to cost?
I don't know. I have to run some math on it.
Let's see. I would say both
I mean,
would be
it's-
maybe 100 new. Like if 100 new yen is really $10, then we'll go by that. So 100 new yen with a 20% markup, so it would be like 12 new yen. It would be $12, which would be 120 new yen.
Okay.
On top of the cost of a 20% markup power armor and the cost of all the extra stuff like the grenades. It's like, they've been asking around recently, a lot of my people are getting a little bit upset that I sell military-grade hardware. Apparently, they think I'm selling to anarchists and terrorists, but no, I don't. I don't sell to terrorists.
Yeah, of course.
It's like, I can
That would
tell
just be silly.
from the ones that walk in who is a terrorist and who is a professional. I can tell a mercenary apart from a renegade. Money isn't everything. I don't try to sell to people who are going to misuse it.
I'm like muttering under my breath. Man, I wish Tom knew that skill.
Say what?
I mutter under my breath. Man, I wish Tom could do that.
Well, I can tell who's the good one, who's the bad ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was like, what was that?
Nothing.
It's like, I could have sworn that you were insulting somebody. I better hope that wasn't me.
Nah, I wouldn't insult you, Laura.
It's like, better keep it that way. It's like, just because I'm old does not mean I cannot give you a good whooping for giving me lip.
I just smile.
Alright, you got your
That's just
toys
super
on your way. Don't draw too
Laura,
much attention with
fair.
that.
Yeah, of course. I pay her and leave.
Okay, so... And Coates is like carrying out like the box of grenades, and he's got the full suit of armor, like carried on his shoulder. And like before you leave, it's like, oh, one last question. Did you build him for
No,
It's
Laura.
like it's like I was just wondering. I mean, you don't have a lot of male friends, and
Thanks for that.
it's like, all right, just I'll take your word for it. So, and Coates is like loading up all the crap. It's like, nice lady.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to explain why you have someone that deals in military-grade arsenal, living in a junkyard, selling groceries?
Well, where else would you live if you were selling military-grade hardware?
It's like, good point.
And
And so he just drives off, like, It's like, well, seeing as we're now sort of partners, or at least that's the illusion, I guess I'm gonna get to meet all your other crazy friends.
And Laura's high on that list.
It's like, sometimes I wish I had just stayed in the grave. Or at least whatever I am.
That's really sad, to be honest.
It's like, not really. It's like, yeah, I got over it. So you drive back to the garage. I guess you unload all of the military-grade hardware. You load up on whatever you can. Or are you just going to keep it in the van? I mean...
I'm going to keep the body armor in the van, tucked away somewhere.
Okay, so... There really isn't any, like, racks or anything. If anything, it's, He gets the brilliant idea that it's like, why don't we just put it in the housing that I usually use? And then he just puts it in the roof housing that drops down. So he hooks the armor onto the hook that was supposed to be for him, and the armor like goes up into the ceiling and seals.
Perfect. Now next time we go and kill 100 dudes again, I'll probably not die in one shot.
It's like, that depends on what grade of hardware they're wielding as well. Remember, they can buy this stuff too. Didn't that last stop have at least 4 guys wearing the same amount of armor as that?
Yeah, I was going to get the higher thing, but that's more restrictive, so...
It's like, yeah, like most things. So, I mean, besides that, what do you plan to do now? What's next?
I'm just resting for the next few days until the next job
Okay,
comes up.
until the next job comes up. Everybody's looking for Tom. Oh, nobody's looking for Tom, actually. They're just waiting for him to come out. Alright, so back to Dust. Dust, you were listening to the conversation. It's like, so he just cracked into some network and gave them a copy of what they had thought was forged documents. And we're going to see how that goes. And if nothing happens, what's the plan after that?
Find other jobs? I mean, we still need money.
Yeah, Tom's currently missing, though. So, or he's here, but he might be here, but nobody's bothered to check up on him.
There are other people we can
if
get
we end
jobs
up-
from.
Yeah, if we end up not having any leads and Tom remains a recluse, then we've got other fixes we can go to.
Okay, yeah, ideally. So, I mean, are you going to hit up those fixers? Because it's been a day and a half already. So, do you want to hit up any of your other fixers?
Well, we haven't extinguished all our leads.
Like who? Like what leads?
Well, you said that FaZe was posting something.
Yeah, he did, and it's
Shadowrun.
like that's going to take a bit of time for them to kick that up the chain and for you to see something. It's corporate body. It's going to take them some time for them to realize, like, all right, this is a forged document. Now we have to run an investigation. That's if they even
I've still
see.
got I've still got like 3 days where I'm not going to do a job anyway. So
Yeah, so you don't currently have any. Like, you have something already planned. So, I mean, do you bother to tell anybody? It's like, hey, I got something going on for the next 3 days. Can we not get at work until then, or that would.
it's just training and running. So
Yeah,
I
but
can
do you
postpone
tell-
it if something comes up?
Okay, but so. Okay, so what's the problem? Wait, is there a problem here? Or is there. What's
No.
the. Okay, so what. You can still pursue a lead and still do your training. Which you don't really. And that's what I was asked. It's like, do we go and hit another fixer up? Because apparently Tom is not, like, available right now. Or is anybody going
No,
to check on
we're
him or
waiting.
any of that? It's like, what do you plan to do?
Well, Dust is currently just waiting on stuff, really.
Okay, so it seems like everybody's in a waiting holding pattern. What is that? What is it?
Yeah, I might want to spend some karma to train some stuff
Okay.
that I am going to need if I'm actually going to get myself
At this
a deck.
rate, is like it seems like since everybody else is just kind of chilling, I might as well just get what I need. So what are you getting?
7.
Did you say that and you didn't have any plan?
No, I'm just looking at the price of my karma
Okay.
that I need to do.
Okay, so that goes back to what I said. Like you had a rough plan, but you didn't like fully develop it because you didn't know how much karma you needed. So you might or might not be purchasable at the time.
I'm gonna get myself.
Did we lose some people on the Ross? What happened here?
Hmm?
Okay, so
I don't think so.
No,
people
no.
are all over the damn map. So
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
deleted myself
Yeah.
from the map.
okay, so let's add in the people who are here but aren't on this part of the map just for. Okay, so Aaron, you got to do your initiative. We have Torbjorn, who is being played by. Actually, Torbjorn doesn't really like. He goes when FaZe goes. We got Mara, who's over in a garage area. What was that other thing you had to do?
Hmm?
For Mara.
Eh?
So what was the other thing you had to do?
I have another. Oh, I can repair those LNGs real quick.
Okay, so
I think that's just a armor check.
roll it. So then we got Sam. Sam, you've been kind of in the holding pattern just because it's like we're all in the holding pattern, just waiting. You're waiting for the call to get called in.
Yeah, I'm actually seriously nervous at this point because it's not. This silence is.
Yeah, the silence is eerie. Just the fact that it's like, okay, normally Tom would have something by now.
I'm gonna.
Oops, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, so your tokens are down here. You might want to use those ones. So Sam's in a holding pattern. We got FaZe, who is... Okay, so after you did the hack job, what do you plan to do?
I have to ask you, can I write agent program?
Can you write an agent? What do you... That's software, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any sort of guideline anywhere in any manual that I could look at Because I know it's possible, but I don't know the 100%.
I haven't seen them anywhere. I mean,
Can you write
They don't
your
mention
own?
it.
I mean, it's part. It should be part of the
they don't
software
mention
skill.
it. Yeah. Yeah, it should be. I mean, you're writing your own thing, right?
Yeah, but it's like there was something in here somewhere. Skills. This is considered a what? Science skill? Scientific?
Yeah.
Social, magical resonance. Technical skills. I don't think it's a technical skill, is it? The way they have it deciphered in the manual is different from what it actually is. Like, they have different names.
Yeah, I know, it's really odd. They keep mixing
Create,
things up
manipulate
like that.
programming in the Matrix. Using software. Da-da-da-da-da. Creating programs and other code that run in the Matrix is good at writing your own programs and analyzing strange code. So, yada yada yada. Yeah, thanks for glossing that over.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah, they don't really tell you. They just kind of give it... Do we have to go to agents? Because it's like, you're writing a program, but how the hell does that work?
I have no idea. I've looked everywhere for those, but I've never.
Do you have
actually
a
found
software to actually write programs?
You should be able to. Everything is compiler.
Okay, so you're going to use compiler. Okay, so based on this, it's a simple roll. And how high can an agent go? I think it's like 3, right?
6, isn't it?
It's an agent can go to 6?
Yeah.
Where's that one written? Because it's
Uh-oh.
strange. I actually wrote this down, and I don't remember any of it. Agents. Alright, so agents... Yeah, 1 to 6. So, how this works is that you roll that skill, and depending on what you get... Like, okay, so how high is your limit for that? Like, what is... First of all, what's the limit of...
For software?
Of software, yeah. What is the limit of software?
Isn't it like any normal skill? It's like 12 or 13.
Yeah, so it's you basically you take that number and you divide it by 2. The amount of dice you get depends on the rating of the program you make. So you basically roll the skill and divide the number by 2, and that's the program that comes out. Along with it takes it takes some time to make that program. I don't know the exact time frame. Okay, so you would make a rating 1 agent, which is real basic, because this rounds down, not up.
Joe.
So you would make a basic agent, which is pretty much a dumb computer that doesn't run that well. And it would take you for dumb machine software. Let's just roll a 24. Let's see how many hours it takes you to make a dumb piece of software. 13 hours, like, it takes you almost 12 to 13 hours to do that. Jesus.
Damn.
Oh, look on the bright side. You can upgrade the program. It is a program.
Mm-hmm.
So, but not this time. I mean, like, so you spent like 13 hours making. Torbjorn probably could have helped you with that.
It's a possibility.
Okay, so let's see if he can actually boost you in any sort of way to boost the rating. It'll take the same amount of time, but let's see if he can boost you further to greater heights of software engineering. Does he even have the software skill?
I would hope so.
Yeah, he is a decker, but he's a very unique type of. No, he does not have the software skill. What type of decker are you?
I know.
Oh, shit. The thing broke again. I have to reload. This thing keeps breaking so often.
Mm-hmm.
It could be hardware related. It said, well, usually it isn't. I mean, even on the best machines, it still does that. Okay. Software is under scientific, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see how he does. How'd he do? I can't. I'm doing a drum roll. Whoa! What the hell?
The hell?
So he adds an extra 2 rating to your agent.
Not bad.
So you and him work together to create an agent program. Now the kicker is he's not going to get it because probably you're going to want it for yourself, right? There's only enough for one program.
Well, I can just copy it.
Yeah. So yeah, likely. So he'll have an agent 3 as well in his. So collaboration of 2 hackers coming together to make superior programs.
We're gonna have to make it better.
Okay, so he now has an agent program. So you have agent rating 3, like it's agent, and then in the description is rating 3.
All right.
Now, an agent, remember how an agent works. An agent has to take up a program slot, and it'll run any programs you have loaded.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you made an agent. Now what?
I don't have time to improve it, do I?
You could. I mean, you could take more time right after, but you're going to need rest eventually. You haven't slept since this all started.
True. But since when does a hacker ever sleep?
Okay, so despite all that, you're going to just... So, I mean, Raven, do you decide to go home at any point? Like, because they're going to be here for like 13 hours just going at it. Like, they're going to sit there and they're going to be designing an agent.
Yeah, and when I get home, I'm gonna try to... I'm basically gonna look how to protect from hackers on the internet.
Gotta look on the Matrix search.
You could always ask the hackers.
Yeah, you could always just ask the hackers. I mean, there's
Yeah,
shit right there.
you guys are busy with the program.
Okay, so...
Multitaskers.
Okay, so... Oh, man, that's terrible. So, I mean, you get a lot of trolling on the internet, so most of what you need is, like, don't be a noob. Like, you're searching, and it's like, a lot of it's not very explanatory. It's like, don't be a noob, haha, you don't know how to anti-hack, learn to hack.
At this point, I'm basically gonna look up decks.
Okay, so...
Alternatively, instead of getting a deck, you can get an RCC, which will do a similar type of thing.
Yeah, so...
And they're cheaper.
Like, you don't really understand a lot of the lingo that they're using for the decks anyway. Like, it's like, what the hell is sleaze? What's the attack strength? It's like, what is half this stuff? Yeah, it's leet language, and you don't understand the leet language. So, I mean, you could buy a deck, but it's just, you might not understand how to use it. You'd have to experiment with it.
Which is what I was actually going to plan on using
whatever, so...
my Carmine to level up some of those things.
Okay. So that's you. You're going to take the time to buy a deck from a basic computer store.
Not yet.
No, not yet. Well, you can't experiment without it. Because, I mean,
I'm going to learn. I'm not going to experiment yet.
Yeah, but still, even learning, it's like, well, you can't really learn about computers if you don't have a computer. It's kind of hard to, if you don't even have an example computer.
Well, then I'll go to the store and buy myself the cheapest one.
Yeah, so you buy yourself a cheap deck, and then you just learn how to use it. It sounds kind of weird. It's like an old man thing. It's like, buy a cheap computer and learn how to use it.
I mean, I do not have the money for a good one, so...
Makes sense.
None of us do.
Nope. Not anymore. You had money, but you used it.